And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we want to welcome you all to the Hello LLC. If you don't know, Hello stands for Helping Entrepreneurs Leverage Leading Web3 Optimizations. And more importantly, what we do is we help people with their foundation and their systems. And at the end of the day, it's about getting over your mindset and that lack of mindset of us telling ourselves, oh, I'm not good at this. Oh, I'm not good at that. Especially those entrepreneurs and business owners that are bootstrapping their business, need to implement systems and foundations. And really, we're here to help those futuristic, forward-thinking entrepreneurs that know times are changing. Things are changing faster and faster. If you aren't paying attention, they found out there's aliens in the ocean. They've been here the whole entire time. I've been telling a couple people and they've been laughing, they've been joking. And then I sent in the actual government, house hearing that they had, and it's not funny no more. And they're like, what? And I said, see, that's what you get for watching all those damn alien movies. You're going to stop watching them now. And so just a little.
Don't talk about yourself.
That part. Right. And so, we want to welcome you guys all and really have this amazing conversation, because if you don't know, today is our Wisdom Wednesday conversation where we're going to be talking about cryptocurrency boom. Why now? What's next? That's today's conversation. And we really encourage you guys to come and join us and learn, right? This ain't us pitching you any sales or telling you what to buy or you should invest in this. This ain't none of that. So if you thought that's what this is, you can forget about it. This is literally about us talking about the basics, the fundamentals, and especially for those of you that are entrepreneurs and business owners, you're going to need to have to understand this, whether you believe in it or not, because it's going to get, and it already is, to where you're going to have to accept more than just that cash. You're going to have to accept the other cryptocurrencies that are coming along that, your financial advisor used to tell you when you would ask them back in the day, hey, what about this Bitcoin? Should I invest in this? Should I do this? And they would tell you, no, it's a scam. Don't do it. Run it for the hills, all of that. Now they calling you left and right, talking about, hey, let's invest in this because it's been hovering around 90,000. I think it got up to 94 the other day. And so this is just the beginning and why we're having this conversation. And before we get started, Love, anything you want to share with the people, or should we give the people a tour of the brand new Hello Plaza Metaverse? Should we give them a tour of that first?
Well, let's go ahead and give a tour so we can see Handsy Santa over here. By the way, just want to have an AI disclaimer. Santa is AI. I am there. David was just sitting there where I was sitting on Santa's lap. But the funny thing is, not in a weird way. That sounded really odd. But my point being is that when we all went to the mall when we were younger to sit by Santa and take our picture or stand by Santa, that's the same thing. You guys can come in, stand by Santa, tell Santa what you want for Christmas and all those fun things. But as David walks around here, we have a new updated Hello Plaza. You should come in, check it out. Most people don't understand that we are in the metaverse and you can join us from your cell phone, your laptop, or your iPad. You do not need to have your VR headsets. However, if you do, you can also join us there for that way, but you don't have to have them. You can use that very own phone that you have in your pocket, in your hand right now, and jump in there. But David is showing you all the snow, all of the cool things that we have, the holiday decorations. And why are we all decorated, Mr. Jones? What event do we have coming this Saturday?
Well, if you guys do not know, we have our amazing Hello HQVC extravaganza live broadcast in the metaverse. You're not going to see nobody's face whatsoever. We're all going to be in the metaverse, and we're going to have amazing guests that joined us in our masterclass. We're going to have some of our amazing Pivot members that joined us as well and took advantage of some of our Get It Before Grandma sales, where we got Miss Cleo Michael that joining us, and she's going to be showcasing her business. We got Miss Roberta Pacino, Al Pacino's sister. She's going to be showcasing her business. We got Buttons Up, her amazing business. Miss Marshall Taborn, she's going to be talking about her apparel. And if you don't know, you should know Miss Leah Garcia, our amazing new Pivot VIP member as well. She's going to be showcasing on her business. And then we have Miss Denise King as well. She's going to be showcasing her amazing natural and coaching experience. And then also, if you guys don't know about Miss Marilyn Clark, you definitely are going to find out about the Mac Leadership Solutions. And all of them are going to have amazing holiday sales that they're going to be showcasing, because they all showed up and showed out at our holiday Santa Secret Sauce Masterclass. And so they're going to be showcasing their business. And guess what? It's not too late. You can also join our extravaganza this Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we're going to be able to showcase your business by joining our amazing Pivot membership, Pro membership at $7. Let me say that again. $7. You're going to be able to be a part of this amazing event. You're also going to be able to get a one-on-one with Tara and or myself, and you get access to our membership platform as well. And so I'm going to just tell you right now, ain't nobody got that deal at all, period. I'll put money on it. Nobody's giving you a one-on-one for an hour. Nobody's giving you access into their masterclass that has well over, 100, or should I say into their actual their Pivot membership, right? That has well over 100 videos for you to be able to learn how to do this, do that. Nobody is being able to promote your business that's going to not only play on the 23rd, but it's also going to play all season long. And so just for $7, where you can come and be a part of this amazing experience. Right, love?
Right. I'm excited. So this Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys, come check that out. This will be in our Hello Plaza Metaverse. You guys can come join us by your phone, if you are by your phone, to come jump into that amazing event. But as we get this amazing, take a little tour, Mr. Jones, we're going to get this amazing conversation started about crypto boom. Why now and what is next? And really, guys, this conversation is to be helpful, informative. We will not be giving you any financial advice. We will not also be offering any products or telling you to buy anything, because at the end of the day, that's not us. We are not financial advisors, and we do not give financial advice. However, we will share from our own personal experience of how we are navigating this crypto boom, and being able to share with you how we're not only pivoting ourselves, but we are also pivoting our business within cryptocurrency, fintech, and helping everybody understand how you can be a part of the movement into Web3. We are at the cusp of, leaving Web2 into Web3. You have one foot on one lily pad, Web2 lily pad, and you have another foot on the Web3 lily pad. And so we are busting a move into the Web3 communities. And what I mean by that is AI. We've already seen AI very prevalent. Robots. We just heard that there's robots out, and we see influencers actually now getting a test robot so they can share more with the community and the society about their experience. So robots are here. We already have flying vehicles. There are flying vehicles that you can purchase today that, are considered a what is that word? Anyways, it's a vehicle. Well, self-driving, self-flying, but I meant it's a personal vehicle. That's what I meant. It's a personal vehicle. Go. It's not like an aircraft or something that's going to be flying you around. So like a airplane. Anywho, I digress. You guys have seen cryptocurrency, which is a conversation we're going to have today. That is under the umbrella of fintech, financial technology. Guys, I just want to share with you guys, most of you are already utilizing Web3 components. You just don't know about it because they are bridging Web2 and Web3 together. They have to, because the people do not take change well. They don't do change well. They don't make change well. So you abruptly changing everything in society is not going to go over well. So you have to slowly implement and introduce things. And so let me explain to you where you're already utilizing fintech. If you use PayPal, if you use Cash App, if you use Stripe, if you use Venmo, any of these peer-to-peer payment apps, any of these processing apps where you can accept payment for your business and or for yourself as a personal entity, that is fintech. You are already utilizing Web3 components, but they have positioned themselves Just like if you use Zoom, they're starting to utilize avatars and things like that. That's a Web3 component. So it's getting everybody used to this Web3 component before they really kind of say, we're here, we've arrived. And so today, the portion that we're going to be chit-chatting about is of the Web3 AI cryptocurrency, the cryptocurrency side of that. And it's going to be mainly about kind of why is cryptocurrency booming right now? We'll break down that. What is next? So is it always going to go up? Is it always going to be booming? What's going to be of it? And then how you can strategize not only for yourself personally, but professionally in your business, and or if you are in a corporation setting, be able to assist them to make that pivot into cryptocurrencies and understanding the fintech, because that's where, when we get over into business, it's more fintech, financial technology, than it really is cryptocurrency based, right? It's driven by the cryptocurrency machine, but it is going to be utilized more in a fintech, financial technology way. So we'll dive into this. Mr. Jones is going to be asking me some questions, so that will be wonderful and helpful. If you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to drop them in the chat channel. You're more than welcome to DM us. You're more than welcome to jump up on stage. We are omnipresent across nearly a dozen platforms. And so I want to welcome all our guests in right now. We have these amazing individuals here with us in LinkedIn with Mr. Timothy and Mr. Wayne. We thank you so much for jumping in on this conversation. You guys are more than welcome to jump up here and be a part of it. We welcome everybody on TikTok that's jumped in and been with us, and we appreciate you being here. We love all of the people that we have over on Facebook, our LinkedIn live room, not just audio as some are listening to us in audio, our YouTube channel, our Twitch channel, our X Spaces. We also are on Instagram. Guys, we're at your mother's dining room table having a conversation with your grandma about the grandma sale. Can't forget that. But we're going to dive into this conversation, so we want to invite you all up to be a part of this. So first and foremost, bless you, Mr. Jones.
Yeah, thank you.
Why is cryptocurrency booming right now?
Or hold on. Time out.
I'm so excited.
Wait a second.
Mr. Jones is like, nope.
Hey, Grant Cardone. First of all, what we want to talk about is we want to back up. Before we even talk about, why it's booming, people, first of all, need to know what it is, because this room and a lot of these rooms have less people in it than it should, because this is a huge topic that a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people just in business should be learning about right now. And this is part of that technical debt that we talk about. And this is part of that denial that people are like, oh, no, that's nothing. And it blows my mind why there wouldn't be more people in here, because the same people that said no to Bitcoin is running to the moon, when now it's at 94,000. And we had one of our friends do that the other day. All of a sudden, one of the crypto coins that we have been talking about, all of a sudden doubled in price. And all of a sudden we get a phone call. And so do not wait until it's too late to learn the basics, which is what we're talking about today, so you can understand the boom and where we're going. Because just like Metaverse, just like AI, right? Just like this fintech that Tara just shared with you that, you've been using it. It's here and it's coming faster and faster. It's not going to be at the slow speed that it used to be at or that we're accustomed to. So first of all, what is cryptocurrency?
Okay, so first of all, cryptocurrency is a digital or virtual form of a currency. It is something that is in cryptography, so it's not physical like a dollar bill or a coin like a quarter or a nickel or a dime, that you are able to trade, purchase, hold, sell. It is classified as a digital asset. It is an investment, in the investment realm of things. And it is, as people call it, is whether you're investing in the traditional stock market or digital assets, that would be the digital asset community. But that is a digital form of currency, is the short, sweet, and simple answer.
Okay. All right. I love it. So, how does cryptocurrency work?
So it honestly depends on what kind of category that cryptocurrency falls under. First and foremost, cryptocurrency in general lives on a blockchain technology. That is a decentralized digital ledger that allows you to record each and every transaction, to be able to have a chain of custody of where that cryptocurrency came from, who's had it in its entire past, and who now owns it, and if it's ever moved or sold, it will have that transaction. So it's very much like a house when you know the property records of who's owned it in the past and who the current owner is. So that is the blockchain, and that allows us to account and see every transaction that is done through cryptocurrency, no matter what type or the coin name that cryptocurrency is. There's also really, at this point, there's no central authority that makes it centralized. So there's no Federal Reserve. That would be a central authority in our current financial system that is regulating things associated with the United States dollar.
Okay. Which brings me to a great point, which is why we share with people, this ain't going nowhere, because there's this thing called blockchain technology that, takes us to the next level of security, takes us to the next level of transparency. And blockchain is something that a lot of people don't know about. Can you explain a little bit more in detail about how blockchain is even more important than crypto?
Well, it is, because at the end of the day, the blockchain is actually the ledger. It's not custody, because at the end of the day, you can self-custody, meaning you can keep your own cryptocurrency, or you could take it somewhere else, like a bank.
Like you can keep your own cash.
Like you can keep, yes, you can store your cash in the mattress or in your shoe in the closet or wherever. Or you can take your money to the bank and have them hold it, and then they give you forms of way to use it, a debit card or a check or whatever that is, or bank account number, so you can associate it to your Stripe account, your PayPal account, your Venmo account, that fintech part.
Okay.
So it is, blockchain is the actual, why it's more important is because of the information that it's keeping, holding, and registering, so that that way transparency is available to all. And by the way, everybody has access to the blockchain to view transactions. The only thing that is different is that I can't go into the blockchain and say, David Jones Jr., what were you doing with your Bitcoin? And see, I can't look up those records based off of your name, because it is all encrypted with a certain user code that is not even like, hello, David Jones. You know what I mean? It is a series of numbers and letters for that encryption portion. So that way you don't have, you keep your identity, kind of hidden, so you're not just out there like with your social security number and what you're buying and all that.
Yeah.
But again, if they want to be able to, like in the United States dollar, there is a serial number associated with that dollar. And we don't have a system right now to show who has owned that dollar in their lifetime, or who has held that dollar in their possession, or where that dollar has went. There's no chain of custody of that dollar. And so now what we have in the blockchain is a chain of custody and a record, so we can track that serial number, or that that number that is associated to the cryptocurrency coin or whatever you're looking at, and seeing what the history or where it is now, and possibly where it's going to be moved in the future if it is.
Gotcha. Okay, I love it. So another thing that people probably don't know about, but they've heard, right, is a crypto wallet. Can you explain a little bit about the crypto wallet and the significance of that?
So as I was sharing, within the self-custody, you can either keep that coin, those cryptocurrencies in your possession, or you can take them to and my air quotes are up, my finger quotes are up, the proverbial bank. A wallet is where you would self-custody keeping your coins, your cryptocurrency to yourself is called self-custody.
Mm-hmm.
And you keeping that, you need to keep it on a form of a wallet. Think of your wallet you have now that has your debit cards, your credit cards, your cash, your driver's license, any important identification. That is a physical. Well, there's two forms. Let me back up. There's two forms of wallets. There's a hot wallet that is more of an app based on your phone or your laptop or your computer. Or there's a cold wallet, which is more on the a physical item that you have in your hand. Think of a lipstick drive. Most of them are small. They kind of, they have to be able to plug into your computer. Why is a warm or a hot wallet called warm or hot? Because it is connected to the internet at all times. It's an app. It's hot. It's live. Think of the hot wire fence, and you know this, but coming to visit me in the country on our family, you don't ever know which fence is hot,
nope,
so you don't touch.
Don't touch.
That it's always plugged in. That's a hot wallet, also called a warm wallet. A warm wallet has a little more discussion, but we're not getting the nitty gritty there.
Yep.
But then a cold wallet is where you physically have access or holding a lipstick drive or some sort of little piece of technology that plugs into your USB or your USB-C port in your computer, and you can disconnect it so it's cold. It's not connected at all times. It's only connected when you're making, deposits or transfers or trades. So that's the difference between wallets and what it would be if you considered to be a wallet. Now, just for clarity purposes, when we have the air quotes up of you can have banks,
yep,
air quotes banks,
yep,
that would be a quote unquote a fill in word for bank would be someone to custody your crypto, to hold it for you. There are kind of entities out there, but because the United States are not regulated, we're going to jump into that later.
Yep.
But because there's not regulations, it's kind of a little hit or miss. So a lot of people are doing self-custody to keep that cryptocurrency within their possession so they know where it is versus giving it to a bank. For instance, United States, your dollar that you make and spend right now, 95% of people are putting their money in a bank or having their money deposited into a bank. Right now with cryptocurrency, and 5% keep, cash or check and keep their money, right? With cryptocurrency right now, 99% of people are keeping their self-custody in their mattress, wherever they hide things, wherever they secure things in their realm. And literally less than 1% are letting the institution crypto to hold that crypto because they don't have regulations, and it's actually a quote unquote illegal for banks to do that right now.
Okay.
So
all right,
a lot.
No, we're not gonna go any deeper because you go deep.
I do.
Next question. And before we go on, I want to welcome Cyrus in the building. Want to welcome so many of you that have joined us. Please come and join us in our new renovated Hello Plaza in the metaverse that you can join from your cell phone, your laptop, your iPad, and you should come see the falling snow. You should come see our fire pits that we have. We still got the golf carts that you can come in here and ride around with.
We got Frosty the Snowman in here.
Frosty the Snowman. And if you don't know, you continue to get new things from us. We have a new AI chatbot that we want to be able to introduce to you guys. And this is why we continue to share with you. Stop being the janitor in your business and be the president of your business, because now when people do come to our Hello Plaza and visit and take a look at this, we now have 24-hour customer service that walks up to that you can talk to. Check it out.
Welcome to the Hello Plaza.
You guys might not be
your ultimate 3D immersive adventure in the metaverse.
Okay, we got
proudly brought to you by the Hello LLC.
But
get ready to explore a
come in and check it out on your own.
That part. And for
welcome to the
are
Hello
watching,
Plaza,
right? You see me walking up to the avatar, Tara's avatar, and literally this AI chatbot is connected to our chat that allows us to be able to connect it. And the great thing is if I hit this click to discover more, this, my friends, takes you straight to our Biz in a Box, aka your website. So this is how we're able to transition people from 2D to 3D. And then we even have a texting chatbot where you can ask your questions. Prime example, who is the Hello LLC. Boom. And I can put that in there. It says, hold on thinking. And bada boom, bada bang, it's going to start talking or texting, should I say, in this case. And it's going to tell you all about the Hello LLC for those of you that are watching it. So this is where we continue to share with you guys. The future's already here, right? AI is just not Chat GPT. AI is so much further extending than that. And we're taking it to the max and utilizing it to the max that we can show you, we can teach you, or we can do it for you, just like our talking Santa that we're going to have maybe a Christmas holiday sale where you're going to be able to bring your kids in here and this Santa is going to be able to talk to you. So as you can see, I can sit on Santa's lap and I can ask him for all the gifts and everything I want that I need for my business and brand. And so you guys definitely, come and check out our brand new Hello Plaza. But, as we continue, love, do you got anything you want to add on this?
No. Let's go ahead and continue to the next question, Mr. Jones.
Perfect. So, a lot of the people want to know, okay, Tara, I've been hearing about all this stuff. I know, a little bit, the difference between the crypto, this, that, and another. I guess one question before we go to this, right, would be, can you explain some different types of cryptocurrencies that are out there that people are familiar with and maybe explain the difference between them? Because I think when people hear Bitcoin, they think that's just it. And they don't know of other, projects and things of that sort that are out there that they probably should be paying attention to, because it's not just about, let's boost this up. Talk to us.
Well, first and foremost, I just want to share with everybody that, if you feel like cryptocurrency is just a lot of information, it is. But this is why we do this room, and this is why we have these conversations to break the simplicity down. You can get very deep if you want to.
And in our $7 pivot membership.
That's where I was going.
Oh, not bad. Go ahead.
It's okay.
Not bad.
But if you guys do want to, in our $7 pivot membership that you do have access over to 100 videos, there is a section in there of fintech and cryptocurrency that I have curated a bunch of videos from not only ourselves, but from content creators that are extremely
well known,
but they're also level-headed. It is not about hype. It is not about, buy, sell. It is about education. It is about sharing with people how they're doing things, why they're doing things. So it is a curated playlist that you guys can go out and jump in and get more information if you feel like you are, drowning with the information. And I know that from experience, because when cryptocurrency came into my realm, more like 6 to 7 years ago, it was like, I don't understand what this is, and just tell me what to do. Well, you can tell people what to do, but at the end of the day, it involves people's hard-earned money, and there is, risk involved when any time there's an investment involved, and you don't want to be liable for people's money, for that. So I don't ever tell people what to do. They've got to learn on their own. And I'm here to answer questions, or we're here to answer questions, or our pivot membership is there to answer questions. So people know that. But what are some different types of cryptocurrencies? Well, there's a few different categorizations that are, kind of most people would know. So you have your utility side of the coins. And what does utility mean? Utility is projects, aka coins or tokens, because coins and tokens do mean different meanings, right? But they are for projects that are solving problems within systems and infrastructures that we currently use. So for instance, we have our current financial system that is the SWIFT system. If you know what that is, that's where, and most of the time when I start to say this, where your deposit won't be deposited for 3 to 5 business days, or that transaction won't post onto your bank account until 3 or 5 business days. That's the SWIFT system. That's a very old, antiquated system of sending essentially IOUs back and forth between banks, and that's why it takes 3 to 5 days for processing. So there's utility tokens and coins that solve problems, meaning they take old, clunky, cumbersome systems and make them faster and better. Under the utility umbrella, there are tons of utility tokens. Ethereum could be considered a utility because it solves a problem. Solana can be considered a utility because it solves a problem. Hedera, XDC, XLM, XRP,
Say that one again for people one more time.
XRP.
You might want to go take a look at that one. That's that ain't even much financial advice. That's a hootie hoo.
That's the secret sauce. To definitely check that, read about that one. But there's tons, guys. There's thousands of them. I could be here forever listing all of them. But they all are solving different problems within our current, not only financial systems, but within the banking systems. It's also within records. That's why, for like instance, buying a house and all these records and NFTs start to kind of get mingled into the utility side. They're not the same things, but they work closely together because they can be, smart contracts then tie into the utility of a token or a coin that is solving the problem or creating a new system. Okay. So that's the utility kind of structure of a category. Okay. There's the store of value or store of, I call it store of wealth, but the store of value. Most people know that category, or who is in that category is Bitcoin. Bitcoin would be considered a store of value to where you put your money into it. It does go up. It does go down within its price. It does have a little bit of volatility. It does have some risk assessment to it, or risk in it. So you have to take a risk assessment and check that out. But Bitcoin would be Ethereum also. Some of these coins are dual purpose. So Ethereum would be considered a store of value as well. A few of the ISO 222 tokens in that, they're also, most of those are considered utility, but some of those in there are considered store of value. It's going to be like if you invest your money into gold or silver, minerals, the actual, that price goes up and down. It fluctuates, as they said, it fluctuates. So the point being is to be mindful about that, when you're looking at those, and know that those are kind of what that category is. There's another category out there that's called meme coins. Those coins, again, some of them have dual purposes. For instance, Doge. That's a big name right now. A lot of people understand. Doge started out as a meme coin, but it has moved into, and maybe possibly could be, a utility or store of value based on where its future forward progress goes, right? So whatever it's going to be utilized for in the future. Right now, you can make payments. You can buy a car at some dealer, or some, like Ford's or, Chevy dealerships. Again, this is talking about companies are also melding in cryptocurrencies into their pay structures as a form of payment. So Doge is one thing that you could pay if you had a lot of Doge and you wanted to be able to, go out and buy something and they accepted that. That's a way. So that's why Doge has multiple hats as well. Some other meme coins are like Pepe is another one. I've just went blank, and I did see a list in my head and I just went blank. But there's a whole community of meme coins. Now, meme coins, guys, if it's a true meme coin, it really means that it's not solving a problem within the current systems or structures that we have. It's not a store of value fully. What I mean by that is the value is created from the community. So the community that is believing in, the Pepe coin or whatever it is, they're the ones that's assigning value because of the supply and the demand for it. But the moment that it loses momentum, you could buy in at like 0.000000001, of a cent, and then it goes up to a penny, and that's a big gain. but all of a sudden everybody sells and it dumps, and you're left holding something that's not valuable because the community's value has moved on to somewhere else. So that's a true basis of a meme coin. And then, finally, the fourth category is kind of a miscellaneous category where it falls under kind of a mixture of store of value, utility, meme. It's kind of a combo, a mix, a calico of those. So that's the different of different cryptocurrencies that would be available, and kind of some of those that fall underneath the different categorizations, Mr. Jones.
I love it, girl. You are on it tonight. And so now that you've shared, all of these different types of cryptocurrencies, what or how can people go purchase these cryptocurrencies?
Well, again, a purchase point would be on a, I just went blank for the word I was looking for, but it is, what is a platform when you go in to buy stocks?
Like a Robinhood?
Yeah, it's like a Robinhood, but what is that word I'm trying to think of? No, not an app. It is an exchange.
This is where men don't read women.
Yes.
And I just failed at that.
Yeah, that's okay. It's an exchange is the word I was looking for. So you can go out and purchase through different exchanges. Robinhood would be an example of an exchange. They were kind of the first to market.
Yep.
When it was traditional stock investments or traditional investments. I won't just say stocks, because there's, all types of different investments, but the traditional investments that you could get, going through a broker or something, and Robinhood brought that to your phone to be like the broker / exchange to take those buy orders and those sell orders. So what were you going to ask before I move on in that same category?
Yeah, I was going to share, and as we have this conversation, when you shared that, right, about Robinhood and about stocks and things of that sort, I remember growing up and not being interested in stocks, not understanding about stocks and all of these things that, now we know about. And I wish I would have paid attention a little bit closer back then.
Yeah.
Because knowing what I know now, I know that we're about to make this switch over to where all these cryptocurrencies that you talked about is literally about to replace, our stock exchange at the end of the day, when you really think about it, for some of you guys that don't know. But I went off topic, so that's on me. But go back. How do people purchase the cryptocurrency before I get you rolling?
Yeah, exactly. You guys, he talks about me going deep, and then he's over here, just dropping
poking the bear.
Left field.
Poking. Come on, baby. Talk about it.
So where do you purchase them? Like I was sharing the exchange. A few other exchange are like, Coinbase,
Welcome.
And guys, some of these you've seen in the news because of the SEC conversations about regulations. And so there's been some, action taken against these, like Coinbase and a few others. Robinhood, I know for a little while they were, sent some paperwork. All of these exchanges have pretty much received our paperwork because there's a gray area. But the exchanges is where you purchase it. So those exchanges are available on your phone through apps or through the internet on your computer laptops. I like Uphold. KuCoin used to be one of them. KuCoin. They actually right now, because they've received some paperwork from the government, the SEC, because they're kind of, again, we are in wild, wild west territory because there's not full regulations yet. So it's not that these exchanges are doing anything wrong. I want people to know that. It's just that because the U.S. government sends them paperwork and says, hey, prove your stuff, they say, you know what, we'll just back out of the United States right now and go to, UAE or some Asian countries that cryptocurrency is regulated and there is legal clarity and framework around it so they can operate. Again, for instance, they haven't done anything wrong. It's just the fact that we are in discovery of regulating these things, these currencies. And so that means that it's like this. you're driving down the road and there are no speed limit signs and there's a cop and he pulls your ass over and he says, whoop, whoop, I pulled you over for speeding. You said, well, I was doing 35. And he's like, yeah, the speed limit was 15. And you're like, where's the speed limit sign? He's like, oh, it's 30 miles back there. Didn't you see it?
No, there is no speeding sign.
There is no speed limit sign. You go back there, there's no speed limit sign. There's nothing. And so it would be somebody trying to enforce rules that are not there. Yeah. So that is something that, but where short, sweet, and simple, go out and purchase it off an exchange. You know, some of the big ones, Coinbase, you know, those crypto, you know, .com, you know, Robinhood, those are some big ones. We like Uphold. We used to use KuCoin for a while. So whatever you guys feel comfortable with, they're all pretty safe and secure. But I will say this is your public service announcement, Mama T taking care of you. And so my point being is at the end of the day is the simple fact that when we come down the pipeline of purchasing, don't leave your cryptocurrency on any exchange ever, because it's not safe like your wallets are. And we talked about that, right? So that's something that we have to be mindful of. It's all very new. That's why we have these conversations, so people can understand how to navigate and how to maybe gain information, so that way we all, you know, can protect our own selves when we're navigating these seas.
Right. So as we continue on to the next, question about really, just showcasing the basics, not, really sharing with you guys the downside. This is really just for you to understand the basics of why cryptocurrency is so important for you to understand. With all of these projects, all of the blockchain that we talked about earlier, there is no escaping this at the end of the day, because of the benefits that it actually provides, right? And so we've talked about Web3. You guys know about Web3 like no other. When we talk about that in our Tuesday.
But I want to add on to that.
Yeah, sure.
It's not scaring people when we share information. It's sharing people where possible pitfalls are, so that way when they do their knowledge, they go out and research their own knowledge, or join the pivot and get this information in the curated, section that we did. They understand, okay, don't go right, because this could be a possible pothole and I could twist my ankle in. Go left. And so it's kind of knowing where things are. So again, you guys, cryptocurrency is a really positive thing moving forward. But when I share information and I share it with, just kind of keep your eyes peeled, be aware, make sure you know your information. It's because you want to know where those pitfalls are. David and I would not be doing anybody a service if we didn't kind of share that, because that's part of the basics of making sure that you're setting yourself up for success, and not, being scared of it, because this is not something to be scared of. Like Mr. Jones was saying, it's here. It will stay here. It will continue to move forward. It's going to continue to be something that is going to be a part of our society and our transactions. So that's what I would share in it is, the knowledge is really helpful for people, so they can have make educated guesses or decisions that help work for them best.
Yeah. And so, that's really what we wanted to share with you guys today was, the basics of the crypto, and then be able to really talk about, now that you know the basics and a little bit of the background, now we want to talk about, why is it such a boom? Why now, Tara, is, crypto and all of these things being brought to the forefront, and now it's going haywire? Can you share that with us?
For a very simple point of view, yes. There's obviously very complex views you can get out there. There's different people out there that share different complex views that are aligned with planets. I want to keep very simple. About every 4 years it's a cycle. It's a 4-year cycle. The last cycle was the end of 2020 timeframe. The Q4 of 2020. And so here we are, Q4 of 2024, 4 years later, we've repeated the same exact cycle over the past 4 years. You have your points where it pulls back, and the price goes down, and then it goes, 4-year cycle, and here we are in a boom. It is the cycle that's continued to happen over 12 years of cycling. Now, these cycles, for lack of better terms, have repeated themselves, not identical, but very darn close. And so that's the first reason why. It's the cycle. It's due. That's the first reason. The second reason why crypto is booming right now, and we are not a political channel. We do not talk politics. We do not talk religion. But the current president that just was elected, that is waiting to be sworn in January, is very pro-crypto. So what's happening is that his viewpoint is pro-crypto. He's the Congress viewpoint now is the majority is pro-crypto. The Senate majority is pro-crypto. So the point being is the last 4 years with the last administration. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. The last administration that was in pocket, they were not very pro-crypto. And there's a lot of theories behind that, guys. There's actually an amazing documentary that is coming out. It was just being released this week that is exposing that information. I would all, guys, definitely go check that out. But there's, it's called Crypto Unleashed. Sorry, I should probably provide the title so you guys can check that out. But it really peels back the what was going on behind the scenes. But to keep it very short, sweet, and simple, the last administration wasn't very kind and friendly, did not want to see progression in this area. And so they kind of, poured water on the fire. They were putting the fire out. They were not supporting it. They were not putting regulations together. They were not creating clear pathways so that cryptocurrency companies that are creating crypto projects had clear regulatory framework so they could, follow the law and actually be law abiding. And so that is why we're seeing a huge turn right now, is because of the possibility of regulations coming down the pipeline extremely quickly. Now, why is regulation so important? And this is part of why the boom is happening. Again, we're right in line with the 4-year cycle, but it's also it's a recipe. You got to have all of your items there for the recipe to, the cake to turn out into a beautiful cake. And that's what this is. So regulations is an important piece of this recipe. And so with regulation clarity coming down the pipeline now sooner than later, which is why everybody's, kind of excited that there's a new administration coming in, is because they see the possibility of regulations showing up. Before, when we had the old administration, there was no possibilities. You started to see a little bit of them talk about it the first of this year in Congress and the Senate and kind of things around there, but there really wasn't any clear framework to say, green light, let's get regulations out. Let's find out who's going to regulate this body, how we're going to tax it, how financial institutions can participate, how banks can participate, how big investment firms like BlackRock and Vanguard can participate. Yes, we already know BlackRock has a EFT, a Bitcoin EFT. Vanguard does too. There's, Grayscale out there that has just requested an EFT on XRP. So this ball is rolling, and they realize that they have to get the framework in place. So that is why we're booming, is because we're coming into a perfect storm where we're going to start getting the big dogs, meaning the financial institutions and the investment firms, into this arena. And when they come in, they bring money with them. They bring big money with them. They don't bring just investor money like you and I, which is maybe $1,000, $10,000, $100,000. No, they bring millions, if not billions and trillions of dollars into these markets. And that is where you start getting price action. when large amounts of volume and money is moving in to these systems and into these projects, that's when you start seeing price action happening and it going up. So that's the perfect storm that's going on, and why we're seeing such a boom right now is, those little recipe parts, the perfect recipe that you need, and it's here. And it's a really exciting time, guys. This is extremely exciting, to be very frank, because our financial system is changing 100%. Let me ask you, how many of you actually have cash on you right now?
$100.
Or how many of you carry cash on a regular basis? You might have cash on you right now, but it's kind of like, I really never have cash on me, and I just have it because someone gave it to me, or my birthday was yesterday, or whatever, right? You might have cash, but it's not a normal thing to be walking around with $100 or $1,000 in your pocket, because we are a digital society already. And so back to that fintech name, that fintech, financial technology, where we're utilizing Stripe and PayPal and Venmo, this is where they're starting to meld Web 2 and Web 3 together. And ultimately what happens is when you meld those together, we have this ability to start to see new processes, new systems, new infrastructure roll out. And that's what's going to happen is, for instance, there's conversations that they have right now that's talking about, Bitcoin is quote unquote the savior of our national debt. And so there's theories out there from different people that are really diverse in like Bitcoin only or cryptocurrency in a whole, that will explain to you why they think that, or why their theory is that we will utilize Bitcoin to be able to wash away our national debt, or how we'll be able to use cryptocurrency as a whole, so a conglomeration of different coins and projects that will wipe out the national debt. And so there's some really good things that are, in store for us. And, yes, there's concerns or there's questions, just like we have with AI. People, like, we love AI, and some people are like, but I don't want it to take over and, eliminate humanity or something. These are all okay concerns to have. That's anything that's new that we don't know. That's the human nature. But we get to have the power to shape and form what this Web3 will look like and how it will serve humanity for the greater good, meaning everybody will, have transparency, and there's, understand where your money is going, and, why you're being taxed for that, or whatever these things have as citizens of, right now just the United States, but as a whole, because cryptocurrency is a worldwide entity. It is accepted and in countries. It has legal framework in a multitude of countries outside of the United States. We're slow to this game, to be very frank. That was done. Some people's theory is that was done on purpose. Some people's theory is no, that was just how it's going. And let me tell you, the government is methodical. It's, they've got a reason, they've got a playbook. We just don't get to see it. And so with that is why cryptocurrency is booming and why it's exciting to know what's coming down the pipeline. And I'll answer the what's next, because that's kind of the question is, well, it's booming right now. Will it always boom? Will it continue to boom? No, it's not always going to be on and up. It's not always going to be booming, boom, 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 and it's always going to be, taking off. It is, like it moves and it acts like, any traditional investment where it has volatility. It'll go up, it'll come down. It'll go up, it'll come down, supply and demand, and project implementation and regulatory framework. Those things will help curate and allow us to understand why and how we can implement cryptocurrencies in the future. But really what's next is, after we have this quote unquote what they call a bull run, it's going to go back into, the bear market, which is a little tougher. It's going to be where you are, You either take your investments and you take your gains now, if that's your strategy. Again, have a strategy, guys. Don't be just out here willy-nilly, throwing away. Look at the long term of what you got going on in your portfolio, in your digital asset portfolio. There's some things that you never want to sell. You want to hold forever. And there's some things that you're, it's cool. I'll, sell, immediately. But, Miss Pickles over here, Pickled in Color, who is one of our amazing Pivot members, as well as our Business in a Box client, she asked, should she be selling her Doge? And not financial advice, but you see David's head. It's saying no. No, if it was me and mine, my personal goal would be, no, I would not be. I would not, unless I'm, millions and millions of dollars up. Because right now, guys, guess what? There's not legal clarity of taxation. Now, the new administration that's coming in the door is talking about no capital gains tax on your gains in digital assets, cryptocurrency. That's amazing.
Say what?
If that is the case, that's amazing. But we don't know. That's just talk. And we know we have to see action. And so would that be a great thing? Yeah, that would be really wonderful. But in reality, to be very frank, guys, I don't know what that taxation rate's going to be. The last administration, I think, was talking about 40 or 50% taxation on gains. And so that's part of, and here, I'm just going to say this, guys, just say this. We're going to go through 4-year cycles. We're in a bull run. We went through another 4-year cycle. The next bull run you're going to see is probably going to be Q4 of 2028 timeframe. Might be Q3, somewhere in that timeframe. But it's going to be another 4 years, right? And it continues to peg up and gain every time that this is, goes through a cycle. But my point being is what David and I take in consideration for our strategy, and this is where I just share from our strategy point only, is that you don't have regulations. So I don't want to be receiving an IRS bill 4, 5, 6 years down the road that says, well, back in 2024, you cashed out $1 million and you owe us $500,000 and you've already turned around and invested that. And now you got a bill or something. You know what I mean? You just, that clarity. And so for me, we're going to be, maybe just kind of watch what's going on and, not really get gun-hoed about selling all that unless all of a sudden we turn into trillionaires. But anywho, so it's just, you got to do what works for you, guys. This is why we have this room, is to have information and knowledge for you. So that way you kind of understand the basis of how you can build your strategy. Again, there are people out there that are financial strategists that actually can give financial advice and help you, do all of this. But that's not us. And I want to make it very clear. We're not providing financial advice because we don't want anybody to lose their rent money. Nope. And then not have, rent and all of a sudden they're homeless. Nobody wants that.
Exactly. So, guys, this is why we have these amazing conversations every single Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with our Hack the Future, AI, Metaverse, FinTech. And then, of course, on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we have, our brain candy, sweet treats for the soul. Today, we wanted to do this amazing room on cryptocurrency boom. Why now? What's next? Because of all the things that are happening right now. I mean, literally, a lot of stock, or should I say a lot of cryptocurrencies that Tara was talking about have doubled, right, due to the fact of the transition of power. And then with the, positivity that the new administration has behind this new currency. And really forward thinking, as I started out sharing with you guys, is that your business, right? Your small business, your medium-sized business, whatever type of business, you're going to have to be able to accept more than cash. So you got to learn the basics and the foundation, just like dollars, just like checks, just like visas. And as a business owner, you got these fees and all these things that go behind it, all these systems that you got to connect into your business. And so that's why we're being forward thinking, because if you don't know, that's what we're about, is saving you time. and helping you be more than an actual janitor in your business, and you be a president in your business, which is why we invite you guys to come and join us in the metaverse once again right now, or even tomorrow at 7 or 6:30. We're going to have an amazing showcase. If you don't know about our Get It Before Grandma early bird sale that ends on the 23rd, where we're going to have, our biz in a box right now is well over a $300 discount. Where our biz in a box is more than a website. It's an experience into a smart link. So if you're utilizing a crusty, dusty website, you're utilizing a calendar for people to learn about you, and you're just sending them a date to talk to you, literally sending them a date to learn more about you. They're not booking your appointment. You got to give people an experience to learn more about you, and more than just pictures and writing that a traditional website has. And even more importantly, implementing systems and foundations. And that's what our biz in a box is. And guess what? You don't want to do that. You got everything squared away, and you need some help with your marketing. You need some help with your social media. You need some help with some systems and foundation. We encourage you to join our amazing Pivot membership. This is where we can show you, we can teach you, or we can do it for you. And there's different levels, different strokes for different folks, to where you can join us right now at our $7 level, and that's a month. And guess what? You can join us for our QVC extravaganza, where you can come on live and showcase your business, showcase your brand. You also will get a one-on-one with myself or Tara for a business strategy and overlook of your business. You will also get access into our whole entire membership platform that has well over 100 videos to show you how to do your Instagram, show you how to do your TikTok, show you how to do your YouTube, show you how to build your Google SEO, show you how to, utilize StreamYard, because of those of you that are on LinkedIn, you're about to be forced to use StreamYard, because you're not going to be able to do your audio rooms anymore through just LinkedIn. And so buckle up, buttercups. Times are changing. Things are changing. Are you changing? And that's really what our amazing Hello Pivot membership does. And so that's our Get It Before Grandma sale. It ends on the 23rd. Trust me, you definitely don't want to miss this extravaganza, because we have more sales, as well as so many other guests that we're going to be joining on this actual broadcast, where guess what? David, I don't want to get dressed. I don't want to look pretty.
That part.
You ain't got to do none of that stuff. You can show up in your drawers and have Cheetos and cupcakes on the couch with your laptop, your cell phone, or your iPad, and we're going to do an interview of you in your avatar, and you get to showcase, your business. And so that's for $7. You can't beat that. So definitely, you guys, make sure you take advantage of that. I'm going to put that link in the view details as well for some of you that are on our actual LinkedIn, where you can take advantage of this amazing grandma sale, right? And get your actual, Pivot membership, and come join us. Mi Casa, Su Casa, this is all about us, being together and showcasing your business. I was just talking to one of our Pivot members earlier today, and she's like, David, a lot of people talk about collaboration, but they're not about collaboration. And I said, ooh, say that again. I said, a lot of the times people just want to talk and utilize this cliche word, what is the word? Authenticity, right? As a catchword. Everybody's using AI as a catchword. Everybody's using collaboration, but yet a lot of people don't know how to do that, don't know how to utilize AI, but yet we're talking about it. And so this is really where we show up and want more for you than from you at the end of the day. Will you come on, our metaverse, and you get to talk about your business, talk about why it started. If you do have any holiday sales or have any events that you want to talk about, come on down, right? At the end of the day. And so this is really where you guys get to, we get to come together and help you understand that collaboration is the new currency, and it's the new frequency of money, right?
Mm-hmm.
And really being able to understand that there's enough abundance out here for us all to win, because we're moving to a global e-commerce. If you aren't paying attention, we're now all on virtual, we're all on social audio, we're all on, different parts of the planet and having these conversations. So why would you not upgrade, your systems and your foundation with people that are forward thinking? And that's what we do.
Yeah.
Right. And so, with that being said, love, is there anything else that you want to, share with the people? You cannot tell them about our Grinch sale,
Nope.
by the way. Okay.
Nope.
If you guys have not been following us, then you know what's about to happen for the next, 45 days after the 23rd. And so buckle up, buttercups, because somebody's about to make an appearance.
I love it. Grinchy poo. No, I just want to, first of all, thank you everybody for showing up here today, jumping in, learning information that will change your life. It is how you now implement this information, how you take this information and go get more information, so that way you can build a strategy that is going to serve you and your family the best. And so that is just my 2 cents, is please don't just sit on this information. Guys, please, get in the games. Don't sit on the sideline. Understand how you can, not only for yourself in a personal realm, but also in a professional capacity, you can, get on the radar, as they say, get on the court and stop sitting in the stands. So I just want to thank everybody for jumping in. If you do have any questions, by all means, jump into that $7 Pivot membership of ours, where we do have several videos and documents that are curated, so that way you can kind of fast track that knowledge base. Again, not saying we're the only ones, but it is a source. It is, let me say this, it's 6 years of me going through videos.
Who the hell am I?
And well, yeah, absolutely. But in the beginning, cryptocurrency was not your AI and metaverse is your jam.
I disagree with
and
this.
So
we have this conversation every time, y'all, just on the back end, just every time. She talked about no cryptocurrency. I'm the one that brought it to her about day trading and all this other stuff. No, we don't need to do it. No, we ain't gonna do it. Nah. And then all of a sudden it's like, ooh, let's do this. And it started in Clubhouse, right? Tara would go to these rooms in Clubhouse, and she would come to me, and I'd be like, the hell are you talking about? Girl, I don't know all that stuff. What you talking? Whatever. And then I am just like you all that, ooh, hold on, time out. You said what now? What'd you say? What'd you keep coming? And I start learning a little bit more about it and start getting into it. Just like with anything, right? When you pay a little, where your energy goes, where your energy goes, right? What does that say? I forgot.
Where your energy goes, your attention flows.
There we go. I couldn't remember it, but there you go. Dr. Joe Dispenza, if you don't know who that is, go look it up. And so, this is where we shared, this is where Tara, continued to talk about it. And boom, here we are sharing this with you guys. And once again, I am the best guinea pig of them all. Let me just let you know, Hello LLC is created because David Jones didn't know shit. Just flat out. I'm just going to tell it how it is. I didn't know none of this stuff. And just keep pressing the button, keep showing up, keep being consistent. And sure enough, you'll find something, right? Just like they say, you hang around the barbershop long enough, you're going to get a haircut.
You will.
A free one. My ass hung around there a little bit too long, and they cut me bald-headed, right? But hey, look, Miss Leah is in the building right now. If you guys want to see one of our amazing Biz in a Boxes, you definitely go and check out her amazing Biz in a Box that we just got finished with. And really, you guys go get her amazing Wall of Wealth, her free guideline, her free mentorship, and free, really, system to get your finances in order. And you can go check out her amazing Biz in a Box at leahgarcia.io. And you can check out all the amazing things that she is up to. She's going to be one of our actual special guests that's going to join us on the 23rd in Metaverse. If she can do it, great grandmas can do it. Grandmas can do it. Mothers can do it. One-Eye Willie can do it. You can do it, right? And really be able to press 4 buttons and come join us in the metaverse. And it's that easy. Literally, go to the Hello LLC. There's this big ass button that says Hello Plaza. You hit that button, you see a little screen that says play. Everybody likes to play. You press that play button. You're probably going to have to go download an actual free app. You go download that app. You come on back to our Biz in a Box, hit that big old button again that says Hello Plaza, and boom, you are in there. And that's literally, 30 seconds. And we got a whole entire guide in our Biz in a Box to show you how to join each platform. And I literally got cussed out by one of our pivot members that's been with us for almost 8 months now. And she finally, because our pivot members, Miss Leah knows this, they meet us in Metaverse. No more Zoom. If you have heard us talk about Metaverse and you put your nose up at it and you let it go in one ear and go out the other, or say it's for the kids, or say that's not for you, if your ass is utilizing Zoom, I'm here to tell you, you probably need to look into Metaverse, okay? We just did our whole entire masterclass. We meet all of our clients on Zoom. It is absolutely amazing. I don't have to get on camera. You don't have to get on camera. 90% of you show up on Zooms without your camera on. And some of y'all know the same excuses. Oh, my camera ain't connected. Oh, my hair ain't done. Oh, this, that, and the other. And we come up with all these excuses. Now we can eliminate all of those things. And you can show up in an avatar, and you can change your clothes. Like Miss Roberta was looking hot and bothered the other day. Miss Michelle, Miss Tasha, Miss Marshall, right? She came in the other day with a little tank top, little sassiness, right? And so this is where you get to have creativity with, connecting with people and really showcasing, yourself in however you want to show up. And look, these are all jokes and games. Don't come after me or cancel me, right? And so this is—
you already got people canceled.
Cancel. And so, this
I can't let you go nowhere.
You can't let me. I know you ain't talking. Anyhow, you guys come and join us on the 23rd. That is this Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to have Leah Garcia. We're going to have Merlin Clark. We're going to have Roberta Pacino. We're going to have Miss Denise King, Cleo Michael, Miss Christina Bailey, Miss Brenda Lise Acosta, as well as other people that are going to be joining us on this amazing day as well. Me and Tara are going to be completely tired. I'm going to just let you know that now. We're going to be going live in the metaverse, which is the great thing. No Zoom, no stagnant, from 11 a.m.
So I can be eating pizza behind the scenes.
11 a.m. To about 8. So you never know. Me and Tara might be in our drawers, eating Cheetos and buns, doing this.
I'm going to be in my sweats.
You never know, right?
With my bun.
But either way, you're going to have some fun. As you can tell, if this metaverse and AI and all this don't work, we're going to be in your nearest town on a comedy tour.
Yeah, we're going to be in the comedy club in a town
night.
Close to you.
Amateur night.
Amateur night for sure, guys. Amateur night.
Right?
And you know what? We would have a script and we wouldn't be on it. We would not be on it. I'd be over there making side comments.
Yeah,
that part for sure. But we want to thank you guys for jumping in today. It's a beautiful day. It's been a beautiful conversation. We appreciate you. And again, we are your Web3 gurus. And so we are also your systems and your foundation gurus.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times people think that we're just the Web3 gurus, and we are, but you a lot of times you cannot make a pivot from one point from Web 1 to Web 3. You got to hit Web 2. And a lot of us are not in the full Web 2 scheme of things or utilizing it properly so you can get into Web 3. But with that said, Mr. Jones, you know the drill.
Love,
kindness,
integrity,
but most importantly,
commitment
and
consistency.
And until next time,
toodles.
Hasta luego, amigos.
See you guys later.